Good morning. We're in a bit of a rush. I need to get down to Agri-Scott. Said I'd be there by 10 o'clock. Quite a few jobs to do at the cattle. Wish me luck. They're needing bedded. Hands are feeling it this morning. You can see by the outer bits of the straw, these are just frozen solid. Damp, wet, outdoor bales. Frosty cold morning is not a good mix for the hands. Oh well, that's everything done now, they can warm up. I almost forgot the bulls. Of course these two go to the same heap. I've got them all in the same field now. There's a feeder in there with a bale of silage, so I'm quite happy. I've not heard back from the guy who owns that bit of wood that I'd like to put a fence around, so I need to phone him again. I spoke to the fencers so they can do it this side of Christmas. Lewis Knox, he said likely can squeeze it in before Christmas. Right, cheerio pals, Ingleston bound. Quick pit stop in by this wheat because there's a gazillion geese. I've got my clean boots on though, so I'm hoping this will be close enough to scare them away without having to walk across that field because it is after potatoes and it's soft as anything. Oh, the frost hold me up, we're all good. That's the second group away. All off to the neighbours. Constant battle, we send them to the neighbour sends them back. Just as well for the frost, otherwise these boots would no longer be fit for non-farm use. I've got a new strategy, right? These are just redback work boots, but they're nice enough for nice stuff. I probably go through a set of work boots every 6 months, just because they're amongst cattle and muck and all that, and they just get wrecked. So in 6 months' time, these will be demoted to work boots, and I'll get a fresh pair for nice use. Look at the snow on those hills. Jesus. Lovely day, absolute peach. Wish it was like this every single day of winter. Want to Gav Bailey's guys in over there. Potatoes going in there this year. They're just making a start to ploughing it. Right, quick one. I'm at an ATV Services stand here at Agri-Scott. Good news. ATV Services. These guys, the absolute champions who provide me with this Can-Am Trackster. They have a brand new showroom and workshop and they're having an opening day on the 29th of November and I'm going to be there with bells on. That might put some of you off going actually. There's going to be various stands there from Logic who do attachments for the ATVs and quads, Portec. There's sales reps from Suzuki, Can-Am, a huge list of stands and vendors coming along. I'm going to be there with a few new hoodies coming for Gate Laddie and Gate Lassie ones because it's not just the Gate ladies that help out doing the gates. A few of the youngsters do too. So first chance to get Gate Laddie and Gate Lassie hoodies will be at ATV Services on the 29th of November. Christmas isn't far away and word in the street, ATV Services are providing a few Bandit beers as well. Now that is a treat. They've got some exclusive machines to Scotland that have just arrived. A fully electric ATV. Now I'm a big fan of internal combustion engines and I'm very interested to see what this ATV is like, the fully electric one, Can-Am. Anyway, back to the video. I'll see you in Ayrshire, 29th of November. Good morning. Oh, windows frozen shut. Come on, there it goes. Broccoli stubble that was grazed by the sheep. Done a good job there. That's going to be a lot easier to manage now. Just rattling down this track because there is some geese in that field of barley next door there. Stay there. Let's let the dog out, she'll help. Go on in, over you go, over you go. We're over. Go on in, dog, go and chase those flipping geese away. This barley is lovely looking. There we go, that's them all. Bandits, man. You let a big group of geese onto a field and you don't get them off for 24 or 48 hours and they can seriously obliterate it. To be fair, especially this barley, very well established, likely won't have a huge impact, the geese being on it. It'll have a good root system, it'll come away in the spring should be fine. But if you can help keep the geese off, no harm in trying to keep the geese off. The sheep have absolutely obliterated those stalks, which is fantastic. Had a lot of bother last year figuring out how to cultivate the ground after the broccoli, because there was so much bulk and volume and green density that it just took ages. We ended up doing like 3 passes to try and get it into some sort of drillable condition. But this now should hopefully just grub and then immediately plough, maybe. I was hoping the sheep would have levelled off the beds a bit better, but they haven't. I have 8 cast cows going off today, and vet's just on the way to scan them. I like to just scan them again before they go, just in case anything was missed. I am stuck. Hopefully get some good money for them, £2,000 a piece hopefully. There's a couple of lighter ones in there and it might not quite be a 2,000. Done. There we go. There is me 7 cows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Perfect. Now they're heading off to ABP. There's one in there to get a new tag, which is in my pocket, but my tagging gun is in the Can-Am, so remind me to get that. Vets are just at the tap there, clearing up, disinfecting. Just going to grab a couple of dung samples, 1 from my cows and 2 from my calves, because I want to test for fluke and worms. Lovely, lovely. Look at the dryness of that, just because they're on ammonia straw. Love it. A wee bit. Fairly jackknifed that in there. Anyway, am I going to fit through that gap? Let's load them up. Right, first 3 on. We're off. We've got issues with the auger bucket. It's broken. The keyway is missing. So, Harvey's just getting finished up here and he's going to run the forklift with the auger bucket along the road to the workshop. I'm going to run these cattle. I need to pick up passports along the road. Hey Matt! Right, I've got 5 looked out, 2 more to go. Okay, not in that group. 1527, okay, A, B, P. Today's date 20/11/25. The last thing I do is I go on herd watch, and I've just been using the last 4 digits to pick out the cows I've been needing and pick out the passports. So what I do, go in here, write in the last 4 digits and just check there's no duplicate animals, because sometimes you get 2 animals with the same last 4 digits. I've probably got 2 cows that are the same. I can't remember exactly which numbers they are, but just to make sure I've got the exact right passport, I put in the number, the last 4 digits, and there we go. I've only got 1 animal on farm with those last 4 digits, therefore it must be this passport, and that is correct. And I've just done that for all 7 animals. There's no duplicates, so happy days. We've got the right passports, we've got the right cows, just need to fill in a movement form. Happy days, Herd Watch. Big up Herd Watch for sponsoring this video. Here comes the money. Check them out in the link below if you're interested. Let's run these cattle in. Off they go. First lot in, let's go and fetch the rest. I think they're a little bit short on cattle today because the snow up north, so not all the cattle have made it because of the snow. So are you going that way or that way? Bruiser's on the way, be here about 1 o'clock. Give Kev a bell, get him to load the bruiser. We're just currently using up leftover malt barley at the moment as feed, because we've nothing left to blend it and bring down the screenings level, so maltsters wouldn't take it regardless, and the market's dead, so for all that we've got left, feed it to the cattle. Saying that, it's not got as much nutrition in it either, so the cattle won't get as much out of a ton of that stuff than they will a ton of good stuff. It's a means to get rid of it, and it's worth more turning it into beef than it is selling it as rubbish barley. Hello? Hi Kev, Alec will be there about 1 o'clock for doing some bruising. So if you catch him, we'll do 20 tonne this time, and it's just coming out the malt pile in the big shed, the middle bay right at the back.
Yeah, yeah. Right, okay.
Okay, cheers. Bye bye.
Right.
Right, where are you? 1133. There you are. Let's go. Dad had a small accident with the lights there. Still work. Done! Now I need to decide if I'm going to go and drive up to Blairathall to pick up some lager. The roads are a bit snowy up there. The A9 was closed for a wee bit, but I think it's going again now. Let's go and check how Kev and Harvey are getting on first. I was chatting away about a tyre the other day. There it is. As you can see, it's an absolute brute. That's the man cage. So there's your scale. It's a beast. That's where I've started cutting. I've not got through that full lug. I've made a hole right through there and cut about that much, but it's just bunging up. You can see how thick that is. It is a beast of a tyre, that. So how am I going to cut that? I don't know. Really don't know. Bruiser's in right now. Harvey's loading them up. I'm going to bugger off up the road. I'll just check and see Kev, he's still at the hens. I was just chatting to Alec there at the Bruiser about beans, because I think we're going to sow some beans in the spring for, we've never grown them before, but for protein content for the cattle. Also grow less spring barley because market's a flop. So might just grow kind of 15 acre of beans to give it a bit of a trial. So Alec bruises quite a bit of beans here and there, so just kind of quizzing him about it all, figure it out a wee bit. Right, there's a tyre on here which is a bit soft. Also exciting things coming regarding trailers. That trailer, I must admit, has been through the ringer and it's done a hell of a work. It's for sale, by the way, if anyone's looking for a doer-upper. Good having this compressor up and running again. Not messing about with compressors in the back of tractors to blow up things. This is right awkward stuff. It's tall and wobbly, so you need to strap it to the moon. I don't want to be the reason the A9 is closed again today. I am 100% confident we're going to make it. No road closures. We are ready to rock and roll. Hey Baxter, we've got a full load. Hey lad. I'm getting hounded at to get going before baby Hamish kicks off. Oh, that must be amazing. Feeling it cold? These softies, they're all wrapped up, all shivering. Andrew's not. Right. Andrew's not. Fine. Jack and Connell are struggling. Right, we're full load. Loaded up to the moon. We'll be back next week for IPA. IPA, yeah. On your can on Wednesday.
Yes.
Lovely, jubbly. Thank you very much. You've got a bit more malt. How long will that last you?
A couple of days.
Couple of days. Are you needing more again? Well, I'll probably bring some up when I come for the IPA.
Let's do it, yeah. Yeah.
Smashing.
Load, yeah.
Right. Cheerio. Load has made it home, thankfully. Gate lady's disappearing because the wee man is not happy. Get him home ASAP. 20 tonne of barley bruised there. And that's all she wrote. End of day. Boiler chute off. Can of lager. So I'll try one from the new batch. There's like 2 or 3 cases with black cans because they ran out of white, but normally these are in white cans. Bliss. Happy days. Hey dog, you want some food? Stay. Lie down. Alright, all the way down. Lie down. Paw. Aye. Stay. Stay there. ATV Services, Whitefordhill, Ayrshire. I'll put the address down below in the description. 9 o'clock till 5 o'clock I will be there, ATV Services will be there, and there'll be a whole list of other people in there.